Hello everyone, welcome to HW News. Since Rihanna and Greta Thunberg tweeted about farmers' protest, allegations about foreign hand behind the farmers' protest have made a comeback. From television anchors to ruling party spokespersons, all have echoed the international conspiracy allegation. The 32-year-old Hollywood singer and 18-year-old climate activist last week tweeted about farmers' protest. Soon after their tweets, the issue caught international attention. Many from the international community tweeted about it. Right from Meena Harris, Lily Singh, Rupi Kaur to NBA, NFL players and Hollywood actors, several have voiced their support to the farmers' protest. Then came Ministry of External Affairs' unprecedented response to the criticism, calling it an act by vested interest interfering in India's internal matters, which was followed by Indian celebrities from Bollywood to sportsmen, sportswomen rallying behind the government with very similar worded tweets. This international conspiracy theory got momentum a day later when Indian media discovered that Greta Thunberg, the Swedish climate activist, had shared a toolkit on her Twitter account. Last Wednesday, she had shared a Google document on her Twitter with a hashtag #StandWithFarmers. The toolkit talked about protest across the world over the issue and detailed the actions taken to support the protest. But it soon caused a big controversy where several Indian news media and the BJP called it a proof of international conspiracy. Moreover, Greta Thunberg later deleted the tweet, which added to the media frenzy, but she uploaded the toolkit again on Thursday, claiming that the one she had shared on Wednesday was an outdated one. Based on this toolkit, the Delhi police has even filed an FIR. The Delhi Police Cybercrime Cell last Thursday filed an FIR on charges of sedition, criminal conspiracy and promoting hatred against the creators of a toolkit on farmers' protest. The police said that it was evidence of a conspiracy that resulted in violence on Republic Day when one section of participants in a tractor rally in Delhi deviated from the planned route and entered the Red Fort. The previous toolkit did in fact had a reference to farmers' protest and farmers' tractor rally on 26th of January. Now, since this incident, the word toolkit has been floating around a lot, but very few people know what it actually is. So let's talk about what actually is a toolkit, and going a step further, we will also discuss whether the toolkit shared by Greta Thunberg indicated towards a conspiracy. Now, before we discuss the topic threadbare, I will spend 10 seconds to request you all to subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't done already. Like this video so it will reach more and more people, and if you are watching this video on Facebook, then please make sure you like our page and share this video to as many people as possible. Now let's talk about what exactly is a toolkit. Whenever a program or event is organized, be it protest or any other gathering where people with common interest are going to participate, generally a guideline or a booklet is issued. This explains what the event is all about, what are the activities under it, and what is the date and time of these activities. For protest, we have seen that there are posters made, flyers distributed. Now, since social media protest gain prominence, the guidelines also beginning to include specific social media hashtag to amplify these messages under these hashtags. The more people tweet with the hashtag, it denotes the topic represented by the hashtag is popular and people are talking about it. So what's the point of it? To highlight a particular issue. Like these posters and flyers, a toolkit also is nothing different but a set of adaptable guidelines or suggestions to get something done. The contents differ depending on what the aim of the toolkit is. And also not necessarily that only protests use toolkit. Even the government use it. For example, the Department for Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade, Government of India, has a toolkit for the implementation of intellectual property rights, that is IPR. This includes basics such as the guidelines to follow when investigating IPR violations, applicable laws and definitions of terms such as counterfeit and piracy. In the context of protest, a toolkit usually includes reading material on the context of the protest, news article links and methods of protest including on social media. Now the second question, is toolkit a new trend? The answer is no. Toolkit is not new. However, it is only being talked about it now. In fact, there is a big question mark over whether it should even be talked about or not. Toolkits have been around for decades. It is now coming into spotlight because of the wider accessibility of social media. Several protests in the past decade, including Occupy Wall Street protest of 2011, Hong Kong protest of 2019, and several climate protests across the world, even anti-CAA protests across India had a toolkit that was widely shared on social media. During the Hong Kong protest, toolkits advised participants to wear masks and helmets to avoid being recognized and ways to put out tear gas shells. During the anti-CAA protest, a toolkit suggesting Twitter hashtags to use, places to hold protest, and a guide on what to do and carry with you if you are detained by the police were shared through personal messages on WhatsApp and on social media. So what was the content of the toolkit that was shared by Greta Thunberg now? Well, that particular tweet is deleted now, but from the reports based on the tweet, we gather that it had subsections to explain the issue. It included urgent action and prior action and a detailed section called How You Can Help. Now the first point. In the urgent action section, the toolkit asks those interested to start a Twitter storm on February 4th and February 5th. Share a solidarity photo or video messages by email to a particular email ID. Then it asks to call or email the government representatives and ask them to take actions. It also asks people to divest from monopolists and oligopolists like Adani and Ambani. It further asks them to organize protest on ground near the closest Indian embassy, media house or your local government office on February 13th and February 14th. The toolkit also had 5 links. One link led to a website that was created by a volunteer group of individuals in Canada, the USA and the UK, saying that they are passionate about social justice issues affecting the Indian agricultural community. It further said that they feel distressed being far away from their elders, brothers and sisters who are fighting for autonomy over their land. Another link led to a website or a blog that talked about whether you own any product by Adani or Ambani. And one link also led to a blog on the number of farmers who have allegedly died during the protest since late November. In the prior action section, the toolkit mentions first, sharing solidarity photos and video messages with the above mentioned email ID, preferably by January 25th, a tweet storm on January 23rd, and protesting near government embassies, Indian government embassies, government offices, media houses, and even Adani Ambani's offices globally on January 26th. Now, it is this section that the police say seems to indicate that the violence on January 26th was premeditated and a part of a conspiracy. On late Wednesday night, Thunberg shared a second, shorter toolkit via Twitter. It also asked those interested to tweet their support to farmers to use the hashtag #FarmersProtest and #StandWithFarmers. Now, what do police exactly have to say about this entire controversy? The police have said that during inquiry, it appeared that the toolkit was created by Poetic Justice Foundation. It says the prior action section delineated the action plan for January 26th when violence was seen at several areas as a group of farmers diverted from the said route and started marching towards the Red Fort. The document also said, while we are focusing on the 26th, you are encouraged to continue organizing gatherings as and when possible, for this is not going to end anytime soon, unquote. Some reports point out that the Poetic Justice Foundation, a group founded by M.O. Dhaliwal, had created the toolkit on the farmers' protest, and Dhaliwal is under the scanner of the Indian security agencies. He is a known sympathizer of the Khalistani activities and he has been a part of several anti-India demonstrations abroad reportedly. Canada-based Dhaliwal is also reportedly a self-proclaimed Sikh separatist and also close to top Khalistani activist. Several other organizations, including a PR agency, are currently under the scanner of Indian security agencies. Several ruling party leaders and their supporters also called it a nefarious plan. V.K. Singh, the Minister of State for Road Transport and Highways, said, and I quote, "Need to investigate the parties which are pulling the strings of this evil machinery." This is what he said in a tweet. He further said that instructions were laid out clearly as to the how and when and what. Conspiracies at this scale often get exposed, and ultimately it took the hasty tweet by Greta Thunberg, who with other international celebrities suddenly turned sensitive towards the farmers' issue. External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar has also said that the document has revealed a lot. He said, and I quote, "We have to wait and see what else comes out. As you can see, there was a reason why the Foreign Ministry reacted to statements which some celebrities gave out on the matters on which they obviously did not know very much about." Jaishankar said this in a video clip that was posted by the ANI. Well, that's all that we know about the toolkit controversy so far. Do let us know what you think about this in the comment box below. Do you think it indicates a conspiracy as the ruling party leaders claim, or do you think the controversy is completely unnecessary? Do comment, because we do read it and we go through the comments and try to understand the point of view of our viewers as well. It takes a great deal of efforts to bring you these videos and stories. Your support will only help us bring you the true story behind every news. So support us, join our membership program. There are 2 levels and the details you will get to know in the video that is following. Thank you so much and do join our membership. Hello everyone. HW News English is 2 years old now. When we started this venture, we promised ourselves one thing, that news should remain free, because right to know is the right of every Indian. But to keep news free for everyone, we need support from some of you. And thus we have rolled out membership on our YouTube channel HW News English. But mind you, the membership is completely voluntary. The programs that we were doing earlier, that we are doing now, will continue to remain free. First level is a basic level. Here, you can be our supporter by paying Rs 199 per month. This membership gives you certain perks and benefits. The perks include unique badges in front of your name, a live show from Mr. Sujit Nair and from Mr. Akhilesh Bhargava per month for our members. You can also vote in some exclusive members-only polls. Now the second level is Super Supporter. Here you can be our Super Supporter by paying Rs 3,999 per month. This membership will include every perk that comes with basic level. Additionally, our Super Supporters can be a part of a WhatsApp group where we can have discussions and suggestions on various topics. The second perk includes a gift pack with our merchandise. And the third perk is a Google Meet with Mr. Sujit Nair, where you can join the meet and ask your questions to Mr. Nair face to face. Lastly, if you like, we would give a shout out to our super supporters in our programs. So, hope to see you soon with our badges.